Yahoo Finance is stationed in San Francisco for the latest edition of Dreamforce. Lots of focus on AI and the future of technology, but of course, the future of the economy here in San Francisco. Who better to discuss this all with than San Francisco Mayor London Breed. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Glad to have you here, and welcome to San Francisco.
It's a little cold. Where'd the heat go?
Yeah, well, this is San Francisco. We wanted to make sure you had an authentic San Francisco experience.
Thank you, I think. So lots of people, over 40,000 people here at the latest Dreamforce. How important is this event to your economy here in San Francisco?
Well, Dreamforce is important because we're not only talking about over 40,000 people participating in this conference, but almost 80,000 hotel night stays and $57 million that is going to be poured into our economy through our restaurants, our businesses, and all over the city. So we're really excited to have Dreamforce here.
I think Marc, we've known Marc for a while at Salesforce. He made a couple of headlines saying, hey, could this be the last one here in San Francisco? What's your take on that? Were you surprised he said stuff like that?
Well, Marc is committed to San Francisco. I think that some of it was probably blown out of proportion. If you look at his comments last year, he posted thanking San Francisco, 0 incidents, and Dreamforce in its history of being here in San Francisco has not had any problems. And so we do everything we can to roll out the red carpet. People love coming here. It's a wonderful experience. And I just think Marc was just having a conversation, and it unfortunately got blown up in the international and national press. But Marc is truly committed to San Francisco.
And I know you were in the room with his keynote. I was certainly in the room with his keynote. He committed to San Francisco.
Yeah.
This is his home.
Yeah.
Salesforce Tower. This is where it is. And again, there's just a lot of people here, a lot of activity. Take us through what is happening in the San Francisco economy.
Yeah.
I think in New York and many other parts of the world, we hear a narrative of crime, looting, you name it, but there's another story here to be told.
So I just want to say, sometimes when those stories and those videos that you see that go viral, those aren't always just in San Francisco. We've been attributed for things that have happened in other cities in the Bay Area, as well as even as far as Los Angeles. And San Francisco has been, unfortunately, the punching bag. But the city has changed, but it's changed in some ways for the better. We're still the technology capital of the world. In fact, of the top 20 artificial intelligence companies in the world, 8 are here in San Francisco. People still want to be here. They're starting their companies, their businesses, and we know that retail has been struggling, but retail has been struggling everywhere. I've talked to different audiences and people and asked, when was the last time you stepped foot in a brick and mortar department store or a mall or anything of that nature? It means that as we usher in a new era of technology, we have to adjust, we have to adapt to what our new normal is. And San Francisco will continue to be a leader in innovation and technology. And it's the reason why you keep hearing the stories of people who are saying they're coming back, they're moving back. Even Elon Musk has committed to San Francisco. And so I think that the story and what people are trying to paint, it's a moment in time. It's the challenges that exist with some of the issues that other big cities are facing all over the country. But in San Francisco, because we are still the leader in technology and innovation and in opportunity, we continue to be looked at as really the model for everyone to follow and to focus on.
For those not familiar with your own personal story, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
And how you will get that narrative and you will focus on that as you come up for re-election very soon.
Well, I grew up in the city, and I was born and raised here by my grandmother in public housing. I unfortunately have, a brother who's incarcerated. I have a sister who I lost to a drug overdose, and I've experienced, a lot of this most of my life of poverty, of neglect, of so many things that continue to plague certain neighborhoods in San Francisco. It is why I am so committed to really digging down deep and coming up with new innovative solutions that can sometimes be controversial but necessary in order to help people change their lives, turn their lives around, but also to provide opportunities so they never end up in these situations in the first place.
I don't know where I heard this, but I heard it somewhere. I think recently you said that I'm running as if I won't have a re-election or something along those lines. You lead that way, right? How important is that?
Yeah, and I say to people, because, you look at the political world and everyone's always trying to do what's necessary to get elected. But I have said that I am running without fear of losing my job. because understandably so, the voters have a decision to decide whoever they want to be mayor, and I respect that. I pinch myself every day because I come from the most challenging of circumstances, and it is truly an honor and a blessing to be here to serve in this capacity and to be courageous in making hard decisions that you know and hope will turn people's lives around. So I'm committed to this job. I'm excited about what we're doing here in San Francisco, and I am looking forward to continuing to welcome people, not just from all over the U.S., but all around the world, especially when San Francisco hosts one of the biggest international events that we've seen since 1945 when the United Nations was established. APEC, the Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation, is coming to San Francisco with heads of states from all over, with the foreign press and business leaders. It is going to be just as amazing as Dreamforce is right now in our city.
Before I let you go, can you just tell us some of the businesses that have come back here? I think this is a very important story. I'm here. There is not doom and gloom in this environment. I know we're in an enclosed environment, but still, there's growth happening here.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about some of the businesses who are focused on staying and expanding. You know, Salesforce is still here. They're not going anywhere. You have Ripple, which has been a great company. They are staying here and expanding. You know, Levi Strauss, this is their home. This is where they stay. And I tell people, San Francisco is the place for creativity and innovation. New startups, OpenAI. Sam Altman is doubling down on his commitment to San Francisco. So we got a lot of amazing companies who are saying, look, people are saying what they want to say. Prologis is committed to San Francisco, but we are here to stay. We're not going anywhere, and we're going to change the world from San Francisco, because if it can happen here, it can happen anywhere.
All right, Mayor San Francisco, Mayor London Breed, thanks for coming on Yahoo Finance. First time. We look forward to staying in touch with you and following your really journey in improving San Francisco. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys, back to you in New York.
All right, thanks to Yahoo Finance's executive editor, Brian Sozzi, for that interview.